Friday, July 7th, 1944. Number 64. Dialogue. Early this morning, many of the newly baptized take First Communion. The tiny chapel is filled. Father Klinda joyfully celebrates the Mass. I had assumed that most of the women had accepted baptism only as a means of obtaining the protective baptismal certificate, but I now see how wrong I was. These unhappy women, whose lives hang by a thin thread, pray with complete devotion. The host, which they take today for the first time in their lives, provides many with hope of protection from a higher dimension. The one who is not hungry will be satisfied, and the one who does not thirst will be given drink. That they give it on. Bread is the first sacrament, wine the second, fire the third. They are given to the one who no longer asks. Your body and his are already one. The cup in which his blood glows is already yours. No gift, no alms, but unity. Bread can be broken in half, and wine can be spilled. But light, the new light, is indivisible. We watch over the altar so that your heads are never raised, for now you have been given everything. In accordance with our inner change, the teaching of the angels also changes. How often we have been told, always ask, now the message is just the opposite. You have been given everything. Now our task is to give. In the church, everyone pleads and begs, but this is not your way. Your heart and his are one. This is not a gift. It is your task. Never again raise your head to ask for yourself. You are being begged for deliverance. Open your arms wide. Give what is yours to give. Give your hands. Act. Always act. Believe me, if your heart is dry, it will be filled anew without your asking. Do not ask. The new body, the new blood, and the new spirit will be given only to those who no longer ask. If you give, then the small one, the old one, the earthly one that lives within you, will also be given. To the heavenly one in you, nothing is given, for the new is one with the divine. We watch over the altar. The altar is the earth, the whole earth. The too much called forth by the blind will be cut off. Blindness sacrificed and poured out the blood. But when the light comes, blind tyranny can no longer reign. The new light does not flicker in the sanctuary lamp. The new light flows everywhere. Blindness is no longer possible. Either you are burned or you see. This is not the end. It is the beginning. Without the new, even the greatest earthly joy would be like the fire of damnation. The sun shines, the bird sings, the red heart beats, but without the new, all is but damnation. Beyond the old circle shines the new light, still unknown to you. The core of the light, the new host, will be raised above all. Where the heart of light beats, the sanctuary lamp does not flicker, for the wind is a child of space. There is no place for space there, for space is transcended. Light streams everywhere. Above is below, and below is above. There is no separation. Heaven and earth are one. May your hand redeem matter. May your mouth announce the message. May your heart sow the seed. May your whole being give the 6, so that the 7th may come. The only way for light to descend is by way of giving. Give what is your own. Give yourselves. For you, communion is not receiving, but giving. Thus the seventh will come. Believe it. We watch over the altar. The altar is the earth, the entire earth. Blood runs down from this altar. It is His blood. The Lamb was slaughtered at the hands of false prophets. But the blood that was shed returns to the divine. The body loses only what no longer lives. Behold, the divine sowed the new seed, and it grows. The bodily, having conceived of the divine seed, is delivered. This is the new Immaculate Conception. The bell of the small chapel rings. The bell calls to the ancient Mass, but the new sound penetrates everywhere. The earth rejoices. It is one with heaven, and you are one with the divine. On the 7th of July, Regent Miklos Horthy publicly announced a halt to the massive deportation of Jews from Hungary, providing a new glimpse of hope for the Jewry of Budapest. In the preceding weeks, well over 100,000 Jews had been moved to crowded ghettos within the capital. Friday, July 14th, 1944. Number 65. Dialogue, Part 1. In the following dialogue, much is explained by means of gestures. This is the sign of wholeness. What was two becomes one. The connection is made. Deliverance. This is the uniting movement, heaven from above. Gesture of descending right hand. Earth, matter, form below. Gesture of ascending left hand. The two united, the human. In truth, there are only these two directions. Not good and bad, not happy and miserable. Only the movement from above to below and from below to above. However, the goal is neither below nor above. The goal is to unite, to become one. The union is essential. In this way, creation is accomplished and whole. The divine dwells neither above nor below. Above and below are but parts. The divine dwells in the whole. Take heed. In this way there is no union. This is not the goal. Only halves remain. Without union nothing lives. The chosen strives not upward. The chosen strives not downwards. The chosen lives, unites. The chosen does not walk the well-trodden path. The goal of the chosen is transformation, evolution. This is the sign of the Spirit. Gesture of the right hand. This is the sign of matter. Gesture of the left hand. Matter calls for spirit. Spirit needs and forms matter. The song of the chosen brings about union, the arched bridge. Matter imbued with spirit, spirit embodied with matter. Your sole task is to connect and thus to unite. To sink into matter is death. To vanish into spirit belongs to the past. Now the bridge is formed. What was is dead. The old God is also dead, but the new one will be born. The old God seems to refer to our monotheistic image of God high up in the heavens, far away from creation and matter. To find God, it was believed necessary to go ever higher, to vanish into spirit. Now, however, we learn that God is to be found in the union of matter and spirit. If the birth is delayed and strength is lacking, if the movement toward the light is feeble, the womb kills. Mere force is blind, but it strives to connect light and matter. The maternal womb is dark, but the seven radiates light. Matter protects, but it also restrains. Now the old bond between matter and matter is torn. It is not light that is born, but the new light matter. Light always was and forever shall it be. What is merely idle has crumbled, is dead. Even the stone under the sacrificial fire has become cold. The idol is only form, not more. In truth, there is no above and no below, no heaven, no hell. The divine lives neither up there nor down here. Its name is eternal rhythm. Its name is union, is silence, is love. Yet there is no name that does it justice. Only the seven can be named. The divine is all and one. The divine is not the end of the war nor peace. The divine creates and brings to an end. This is one. Silence is not absence of noise. Noise is not absence of silence. Peace is not the contrary of war. The one who unites brings noise to an end, makes silence disappear. Old is the silence, old is the noise, but new is the song of the one who unites. Joy and misery belong to the past and to death. Silence. The face also has a below and an above. If the spirit descends, a heavenly smile floods the mouth. If matter ascends, the eye gazes with true depth. This is the union between spirit and matter. Thus, what was conceived as heaven, what was conceived as hell, is shunned and disappears. Both were merely bait. Everything not in its rightful place is shunned. It disappears. No more place for the ancient conceptions. Heaven was imagined thus, gesture of the right hand pointing upward. Hell was imagined thus, gesture of the left hand pointing downward. Opposition thus, horizontal gesture of the hands blocking one another. Injury thus, gesture of hands striking one another from below and above. Indolence thus, gesture of a weak hands facing in opposite directions making no contact. If you pray, pray not thus, gesture of hands folded upward, nor thus, gesture of hands folded downward. What has been called for since the first day is uniting. The song of the chosen, the triumph of the one who unites, is this sign, gesture of the two hands interwoven. Pray thus. The chosen one will succeed with this sign, will master the 6 levels, and the 7 will come. The 7, the 1, 1 and 7, beginning and end. This sign is a shield protecting you even from yourself. With this gesture, all that is old will dissolve. It is a mystery revealed only to those who follow the call totally. You are called To be called is neither an honor nor an admonishment. It is the call to form the arch, to join and unite. What has been asked from the beginning is to render homage and serve the One. We bless heaven, and we bless the earth, and the One who unites all freely. The symbolic meaning of this praying gesture touches me deeply, and I ask myself how I could integrate it into my everyday life. An answer will be given later. For now, Hanna sketches a small diagram for us illustrating the deep meaning of this dialogue unforgettably. The diagram shows how light energy emerges from the divine source, diminishing gradually in intensity. The 3 dots in the middle indicate the not yet bridged lack between the lowest vibration of the angel and the highest vibration of the human. Mutual asking and giving can fill this gap. The entire creation consists of nothing but light. It appears to me as though in reality there is no matter and no spirit, only different degrees of vibration of the one and only light. Hanna illustrates this vibration by showing light emanating from one point, the divine source. It springs forth with unfathomable intensity from the most subtle tremblings to ever denser frequencies. The densest of the frequencies is known to us as stone. In the middle of the diagram is an interruption indicating something very meaningful. The stream of light is not yet closed. There is a break in the vibration. This indicates that the human being and the angel, that member of the spiritual world able to descend the furthest, are not yet united. But the most intense and highest vibration of which the human is capable could reach the deepest vibration of the angel. The new being, which is to live in the completed vibration, is the new human, whose nature is light and matter, light matter. At the moment, however, the break still exists. It is also known as death. The birth of the new human is the death of death. I perceive that the teaching of the angels has as its goal our becoming capable of bearing light that is ever more intense. I believe the final goal is not just to be able to reach the lowest vibration of the angels now and then, but to reach and live it consciously and always. Sunday, July 16th, 1944, number 65, Dialogue, Part 2. This sign is a sacred mystery. Gesture of 2 hands joined. It acts and provides the force to act. Be aware, every movement acts. The half-hearted, the solemn, the careless. Each of them acts. The scornful, the wild, the weak, the gentle, each of them acts. Take heed. Will speak to you. Begin to move then, only then. A wooden puppet falling heavily to the ground is not at fault, but a half-hearted smile shatters the 7 souls. Has waited long enough. May each of your movements be one of deliverance. This is your sign. Gesture of 2 hands joined together. Imagining it in every instant will help you to act differently, and in its wake will be deliverance. Imagine it in every instant. Deliverance is the goal. You have no other task. It is no longer you who acts, only who acts. Take only what who takes, give only what who gives. Thus matter will serve. For the only source of every act is divine design. If you act without the divine, you obscure matter. Connection, union, this is the mystery. You may choose. Do you want to act or the divine through you? Addressed to me. Do you want to act? Only through the divine. To Lille. Do you want to act? Also only through the divine. The word creates. Withdrawal is no longer possible. It is done. You have chosen freely. There is no more halfway. Even the smallest thought, the shortest word, is a movement that acts. The lie will be vomited from the world. The cooing of a pigeon can be heard from the garden. The pigeon speaks, and that is truth. But from the mouth of the human comes idle chatter, complaining, and half-hearted consoling. Sacrifice no more on old altars. The idol has fallen, the pestle is cold. The new sacrifice is to join, unite freely. With true depth the eye then gazes and the mouth is smiling. The hands of the spirit need matter, and the force of the six gives form to everything. In this sacred sign, the newborn child of the seventh is protected. The world is blessed. The new tree completes the miracle. No more heaven and earth. The curse has ended. The new sign has appeared. May your act be true. Friday, July 21st, 1944. Dialogue 65, Part 3. This sign gives you power beyond matter. The task is completed. The task was in the realm of matter, of weight. Your feeble strength weighs you down. But behold, dense matter was elevated as high as it could be, and thus the task comes to an end. The task was preparation. Now comes free, new matter. This new matter forms itself. The old fades away and recedes. Spoke, may it be. May the new act in you. The new name forms itself without word, it forms itself. The new name already lives. The force that was never before known is sprouting. Just 2 letters, A-D, mater, glory. Anyag in Hungarian is matter, dicsőség is glory, light. A-D thus refers to glorified matter, matter that is glorified with light, and light that is embodied in matter. Does this refer to the creating and created world? I sense the great power of this symbolic word. A-D. Does it signify the unifying act? As a verb in Hungarian, ad, ad, means he, she gives. Is this the quality of the new human who gives matter to light and light to matter? During these reflections, I also ask myself how could this be expressed in other languages. Immediately a further clarification is given, first in German and then in Latin. Im Anfang, in the beginning, was das Wort, was the word. Dein, thine. Es war begot, It was with God. Es ist bei uns. It is with us. Hat, gibt. Has, gives. Were, we. Angus Dei, ad. Angus Dei, ad. I am amazed at how rich with meaning the two letters A and D are. Ad also refers to Angus Dei, the Lamb of God, and alludes to the Word made flesh, the Son of God, who gave completely of himself for the sake of the world. Dain emphasizes this giving of oneself so strongly that any mine is extinguished. Hanna later draws for us what she inwardly saw during these words and says, "As I heard ad, I saw two triangles in space approaching each other in irresistible mutual attraction. Bright sparks flashed between them until the two became one united whole. Now I see how the two triangles stylistically can designate the letters A and D. First, the task. Second, to unite. Third, ad, light matter, mystery. There is only one prayer, giving, thine, ad. There is only one act, giving, thine, ad. There is only one creating name, ad. Vibrating song, your ear is not yet able to hear. Your mouth is not yet able to testify, but it shall. Your hands will no longer grasp, your hands will give. The new fig tree bears no fruit, it creates. The new fig tree is wild, and it gives. Its new fruit is no longer fig, is no longer matter, is no longer seed. The new fig is the word. Ad, light, matter. 4 cherubs guard the tree to which no way leads. Every way leads to nothingness. The light attracts, but the 4 cherubs raise their swords. The fruit of the new tree is holy. As above, so below. The new fruit cannot be taken. The 4 cherubs defend it, and the 7 guard it. You cannot take the fruit, you cannot eat it, for the sword splits you, and the fire blinds you. But behold, you yourself are matter given to light. By giving completely of yourself, this is the new offering, the new sacrifice. Silence, mystery, source of all beginning, light given to matter, ad. Every offering, every sacrifice made for personal gain comes from Cain. Its smoke remains below, and anything living suffocates. But Abel gives, offers matter to light. Sacrifice is not renouncement, is not suffering, for suffering is not creative. The one who truly sacrifices is not blessed. For sacrificer and sacrifice in giving of oneself are one. Matter given to light, light given to matter. Friday, July 28, 1944. Number 66. Dialogue. The first body is inert, matter. Its word is the law, its essence, order, one. The second body is still bound and yet it grows. Its word is the possible. Its essence, reaction, two. The third body is unbound, but still it adheres. Its word is the will. Its essence, capability, three. The word of the new body is the free. Its essence, giving. The new body is the fourth, containing the three. It is one, the fourth. 4. The law is, the possible grows, the will moves, the free acts. Its word is giving, offering, uniting. Every body is a radiated image whose source is the vibration of the seven. Every existence is but projection. But the new vibration already acts. New matter is unbound and free. In new matter, heaven and earth are one. I dearly wish to see in what way this oneness, this union takes place. The angel continues. Matter is motionless and it is blind. The seventh is also motionless, but the seventh acts. 1 and 7. The plant grows as it strives toward light. The seraph strives toward the light. 2 and 6. The animal wills, rejoices, and fears. The angel lives, acting through song. 3 and 5. Just where all converge in one point, there the new being is, giving matter to light, light to matter, light matter. 4. The new vibration uplifts all others. Truth becomes dazzling light. Possibility becomes capability. Willing becomes freedom. All move on until they become light matter, radiating, giving, motionless sun. Giving. It is the nest where the soul dwells. Eternal home, heaven and earth united. Glowing force, tremendous lightning, 7 infinities in one instant. Light matter. Neither matter nor life nor death remain. It is a great transformation, resurrection. All secrets are unsealed, lies and betrayal are no more. The tremendous light penetrates everywhere, giving light to matter and matter to light, emerging from the one, the only primordial source. The 7 assumes no new form. It is one. The sword of the 4 cherubs is lowered. The tree is now free. Sunday, July 30th, 1944. Number 67. Dialogue Fragment. Unfortunately, only a small part of this dialogue has been preserved. The tree was uprooted. Without its roots, the tree hovers, but it shall receive new roots. Its fruit will be given of itself. Light matter. To be chopped down is pain, to be uprooted is horror. The strength retreats to the innermost core. This is the secret of original sin, being felled, being uprooted are but experiences on the surface in space and time. This is only one half of deliverance. When you hammer a nail, you first raise your hand. Though the hammer moves away from its target, force is increasing as a result of this retreat, and the blow will thus be greater. Retreating from God gives a wonderful strength. Distance augments the force of attraction. The last wall of separation is still in place, but it will crumble if one retreats, rather than rushing blindly forward. First a gathering of force, then the rush forward, and force and matter clash. They cease to exist, but the one who unifies shall live and act forever. Adam retreated, Jesus rushed forward, but the one in the center is motionless, gives, and unites. Be aware, the one who retreats creates distance. The one who rushes forward creates distance. The one who stands still in the middle lives, fears nothing, and acts. This is giving of oneself, uniting light and matter. At last the long-feared inspection takes place. The inspecting officer is stern and unapproachable. However, I soon become aware that behind his strict facade he has no idea of the workings of a clothing factory. All of our failings go unnoticed. The number of completed shirts corresponds to our quota, and that satisfies him. We all breathe a sigh of relief. Finally, the jolly jokers can have their well-deserved sleep.